Hello and welcome to Star Citizen. My name is Even Lease, and today on 10 Minutes More or Less Ship Review, right behind me, I have the heavy fighter, the Crusader ARES Starfighter INFERNO. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. Alright, welcome back everybody to another review. Today, the Crusader ARES Starfighter INFERNO. This ship compared to the A10 Warthog because it's a ship made around its massive Gatling gun, which does massive damage. I will not be bringing up its ugly sister, the Ion, the chargeable laser pointer, as for 3.23, that ship became pretty much useless. Now, let's talk about the Inferno, because it is quite a great ship. And before we do that, I just want to thank everybody so far for entering into the giveaways that are active on my channel. They both end on Friday, and I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to enter and, win an awesome game package or an awesome ship. It's just really cool, and I really appreciate you guys, so thank you. I will still be announcing those winners on Friday, but I will not be posting another video until Sunday, just because I'm going to be doing some fun outdoor activities with my kid and my wife over the week, the end of the week here and the weekend. So my next video will be Sunday. I appreciate you all, so thank you so much. I'm truly excited for the future of Star Citizen and all the content I'm going to be able to record and show you guys and have fun, making. I personally just love it. Especially with like 3.24 right around the block, and 4.0 coming up sometime, hopefully before the end of the year, we'll see. Now, getting into the ARES Starfighter INFERNO here, this ship, not only does it hit hard on the ground, it can hit kind of hard on the wallet too if you're going to be buying it on the pledge store. It costs $250, and this, again, is a heavy fighter, so $250 on the pledge store, and in-game you can get it for $4,725,000 aUEC. Just go to Orison on the planet of Crusader, and you can purchase this with that aUEC, after you salvage or do some contracts. Pretty awesome. I love that. Now, that gun on this ship, literally, this ship is built around that gun. It's phenomenal. That's what people say about this ship is like, A10 Warthog, you got the big old gun on it, it hits its targets and it destroys things very fast, because that gun does 4,271 damage per second, and that is one size 7 SF-7B ballistic Gatling gun. So it is an amazing looking gun, and it hits really hard. And before you even get to your target to hit it hard, you have a whole entire volley of missiles you can throw out, because you have 8 size 3 Viper 3 missiles as well as 12 size 3 Arrestor 3 missiles. So not only are you able to throw a ton of missiles out at a target, you can rip into them with that Gatling. This is considered a capital killer, and it's supposed to hit the hull of a ship after its sister ship takes down a shield. I don't even think it could do that, honestly. I'm trying not to talk about it. I'm really trying. If you know me and my channel, I was an avid user of the Ion for a while there during all my bounty hunts, and they killed my ship. They killed it! But I totally understand. I know the direction of that ship and where it's supposed to go, so don't take that out of context. I'm not sitting here going, oh my god, you guys ruined an overpowered ship. Nah. It's going in the wrong direction right now, but they'll figure it out sometime sooner or later. Now, with this ship, though, still hits really hard. What about its defensive capability, right? If you start getting hit, are you able to avoid getting taken out pretty quick? I'd say so. I mean, it has 12,000 bubble shield, so again, it's a bubble shield. If you get hit, it takes from the entirety of the shield, so, you just got to keep an eye on that. It can go down pretty quick depending on what's attacking you. If you get consistent laser fire on your shields, it's going to go down pretty rapidly, and then you have 30,100 ship HP. Now, it's a heavy fighter, and someday might have a lot of heavy armor on it to, represent that, but it's around about the average health pool and shield pool for a heavy fighter of this size and class. It's not crazy low, and it's not crazy high. I feel like it's kind of where it should be, because it's not supposed to be a brawler, right? It's not supposed to be a one-on-one style ship where you're sitting here facing an arrow, even though people use it like that. But I'd say it's a pretty good amount of health and shield HP for now. Of course, things are always subject to change. Now, this ship does not carry any SCU. There's no cargo grid. I know some bigger ships like this do have even just 1 or 2 SCU. This one doesn't. There is no interior other than just where the pilot sits with its MFDs and controls the ship. But you do have personal storage at the back, as you can see, as well as a weapons rack, which is pretty cool. I love that. Always love that when it's on a fighter like this. So if you do need to get on the ground, you definitely can. And then, you know, this ship here has all of its components. Well, I'd say 85% of its components accessible. You can open up almost all the doors on the top of the ship, and that's where the components sit. It looks really cool, as you can see on screen, and I think that's just truly awesome. So I'd say this thing is definitely heading the right direction. And then you also have a component here at the front, well, a fuel port, not a component, but that's where you would fuel the ship that you cannot access yet either. This ship sits at 210 SCM, with a forward boost of 450 and a backwards boost of 220. So it's not terrible, and also a nav speed of 1100. It's not terrible, but it's also not, you know, something that's going to be flying by you and you're going to be like, oh, what was that? You're definitely going to see this ship. It's not in any regard fast. It's pretty maneuverable for being a heavy fighter. I'd say this thing can, you know, maneuver pretty well if you're going up against like a Corsair or an Andromeda. You're definitely going to wipe those ships out as long as you keep their guns off of you for, you know, long periods of time. You can definitely outpace them and take them out pretty quick. Past the speed of the ship, it does have 5,000 quantum fuel, so you can go a very long distance without having to refuel, which is kind of nice. But that's kind of, you know, it's short-sighted, because you're going to have to land a lot to rearm this Gatling gun, even though it has quite a bit of ammo. After 1 or 2 big bounties, you're going to rip through a lot of that ammo, if not all of it, and so you're going to be back rearming anyways. You might as well refuel, so it's kind of like, you know, I wish they would drop that fuel tank in half and up your ammo a bit more. That would be something I could totally agree with. Especially since, why have such a huge quantum fuel tank if you don't have a bed, you don't have an interior, you have nothing you can really use and take advantage of that quantum fuel for. So now what I'm going to do is, I don't typically do this too often, but I'm going to go ahead and go out there and do some combat with this ship, just facing AI targets while I talk about it and give you my score and, you know, see how this goes. And with this part of the segment, I will turn up the sound for the ship so you can hear how she sounds. All right, I'm pulling up to the bounty here, and we have a freelancer, nothing huge, so that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and attack this target. I'll say this ship feels great as a solo, like, daily flyer, because the fact is, you know, you have the gun racks, you have storage, and it feels great going to bunkers or hitting bounties. You know, it's just not a terrible ship. She flies great too, so that's always awesome. And then you get to say, I fly the Space A10, right? So got to get that bzzz down on some enemy targets, which we're about to do. Hopefully I can drop this guy pretty quick and I don't make a fool of myself with this big old Gatling gun here. Let's go ahead and try. Oh, got another one. That one's moving. It's a 325. Okay, I'm not going to really worry about the 325. We'll just hit the freelancer first, and then we'll go after the smaller target. Oh, we got another one. So, what's that one? And that one's a Talon. Okay, all right. Should I hit the Talon or the freelancer? Let's go with the freelancer. We'll just hit our target, and then yeah, I'll give you my score on this ship once we. Oh, where are you going? Weapons too hot? And so is that. Holy cow. Wow. Alright, so Freelancer is down. That didn't take too much ammo at all. Now we'll go ahead and finish off the other 2 ships, and I'll give you my score on this amazing little ship. Kaboom! Gotta love it. Let's see what the Talon looks like when it explodes, shall we? Hey, whoa! Seriously? You scared me for a second there. Thank God I'm wearing the brown pants. Alright. Boo? Let's try that again.
Hooray!
Boo. That was really anticlimactic. All right, so this ship here is quite an amazing little ship. I call it little. It's really not that small. This thing is huge, especially if you compare it to like a Gladius or an Arrow. Both those ships are not heavy fighters, but this is quite a big ship, and she hits really hard. She has a decent amount of shield and ship HP. You know, she's got that weapons rack and stuff. Her speed, it's not terrible. It's not great. Her quantum fuel tank doesn't make too much sense to me. I wish it had a little bit more going for it. I really want a Crusader heavy fighter that matches like the Vanguard series, where you have an interior you can go into, but you also hit hard as hell, right? That would be really cool. This ship, honestly, in my opinion, just based off of everything that it's meant to do by attacking huge targets and doing great while doing that, I honestly think with that gun, the DPS, the amount of missiles, your health points, your shield, some of these things could be a little bit better. Health points, shield, sure. I mean, I feel like it's pretty great. This ship is absolutely a 10 out of 10 for me. The ARES Inferno is a fantastic pick if you are going out there by yourself to hit targets and have a great time doing it. For a heavy fighter, 10 out of 10. Let me know what you think of this ship. Do you have one? Do you want to get one? What do you think of the ARES Inferno? And please don't hate me for my comments on the Ion, because honestly, I loved that ship. I still do. I just hope that it gets its balance sooner rather than later. I miss my Ion. You guys have a great day. I appreciate you all. You're all amazing, and I will see you in the next one.